What's going on, guys? It is Alone Courier here, and I am here to talk to you guys today about a topic that went around a couple of months ago. It was last year this went around, actually. It was quite big news last year. And that was the theory of Black Ops 1 being backwards compatible for the Xbox One. Now, at this time of me recording this, everybody is currently shitting themselves because Modern Warfare 2 is apparently leaked on that list, and everybody's fucking losing their minds about it. And one thing that pisses me off about this is it's always fucking YouTube channels that, you know, they never really talk about anything in particular. They talk about Call of Duty updates. So, you know, when they try and do videos when there isn't an update because they don't have anything to post, they're always making shite content, you know. And one thing that they try and talk about is the backwards compatibility games, and they're like, ooh, we should just have like Modern Warfare 2 on backwards compatibility. And it's like, mate, shut the fuck up. It should not be on backwards compatibility. Fair enough, it'd be good to play Modern Warfare 2 again, but just gonna say right now, these kids would be the first ones complaining about danger close noob tubes. Don't fucking get me wrong, I would love Modern Warfare 2 to be back again, but I would not want it to be back in the current state that it's in. Now, if you've played Modern Warfare 2 during the last, I'd say, 3 years, you know, when the new next gen consoles have finally been out and everybody's been jumping over there, you know, the fucking old games have definitely got worse. You know, the hacker population has increased, and the overall game lobbies that are completely unhacked, the pure ones I'd say, have gone down. And honestly, a remaster and backwards compatible games are different things, you know. I don't think a lot of these kids grasp that. You know, basically a remaster is when a company will bring back an old game, but they will bring back that old game and they'll port it onto next gen, but they'll use a new engine for it, they'll update it with new graphics, they'll do different things, which makes it a remake, not backwards compatible. Now, a lot of these kids really are confused when it comes to backwards compatible / remakes, because they're going, oh well, Halo was backwards compatible. I'm just going to tell you right now, Halo 1, 2 and 3 are not backwards compatible for the Xbox One. It's Halo MCC that brings those games back. And I'm just going to say right now, Halo MCC is a fucking disgrace of a game, which is one of the reasons why I'm not too keen on remakes anymore. But you know what I'm saying. Remakes and backwards compatible games are two completely different things. A remake, as I said, completely new game, new engine, completely remastered, like Gears of War Ultimate Edition. That's more than just a port. That has been remade with new graphics, new things and whatnot, you know, a new engine, I think, obviously. A lot of things have changed. But MW2, if they were to remaster that, that would be quite a good game. I say, scratching my beard, you know, just fucking rubbing my beard. I'm not too sure how Infinity Ward would handle it, because it's the new Infinity Ward fucking team, you know. They are not the same guys that worked on MW2 back in the day. They're not the same development team they once were, you know, because back in, I'd say between MW2 and MW3, a couple of the company, well, development managers, they were, I think they were caught talking to EA or something like that. I heard different rumours, you know, it's unconfirmed. A lot of sketchy shit went on, but basically it resulted in Vince Zampella, Jason West, and I think a couple of other execs being fired from Infinity Ward, and basically the whole studio quit in protest, which is seriously a good fucking thing right there, you know. And it's not like just one or two guys left. It was a significant portion of the development team of Infinity Ward that fucking packed up and left, which basically resulted in a new Infinity Ward coming about, which I'm pretty sure Activision merged the remnants of Infinity Ward with this other studio. I think it was Neversoft. I don't want to say completely because I may be wrong here, but they merged it with another company, and that's when MW3 happened. MW3, if you played that game, you'll know it wasn't much of an improvement over MW2. A lot of people like to just like defend MW3 to the death and say that it was such an amazing game, but the truth is it was a disgrace of a game. It was horrible. It was basically MW2 without noob tubes and danger close, you know. It was such a shit game. The maps were awful, a lot of the weapons were awful, just the game was awful, you know. It just wasn't up to the standards of MW2 or MW1, that's for sure, you know. And coming off the back of Black Ops 1, MW3 had no chance, and it was an awful game, that's to say the least. And then we got Ghosts, which oh dude, Ghosts, that pretty much buried the COD community for quite a while, you know. The reason why not many people play Call of Duty as they did back in the day was probably because of Ghosts, you know. Ghosts believe it or not, had the highest pre-order rate out of any Call of Duty game ever. That sold the most copies, pre-orders, and copies in general. And then before long, you know, everybody figured out how bad the game actually was, and it flopped. But you know, Infinity Ward, they've not got, well, the new Infinity Ward 2.0 we'll call them, they've not got a very good track record. MW3 and Ghosts, yeah, they're the two weakest entries into the COD franchise, that's for sure. And honestly, if they were to try and remaster MW2, oh dude, I would hate to see that. You know, think about how bad MW3 was and how bad Ghosts was. They would butcher MW2 and MW1. I don't even want to think about how bad it would be, you know. Like, that's fucking awful, dude. Imagine if they, oh man, imagine if they brought back MW1 but they made it like Ghosts. Oh, I'm literally fucking shaking in terror right now, because that is quite an awful thing to think about right now. Yeah, I'm just gonna get off that topic before I give myself nightmares tonight. But yes, Infinity Ward, I doubt they'll bring back MW2, even on backwards compatibility. I mean, Black Ops 1's been talked about since last year, probably about last December. It was on the list of games to be made backwards compatible, and what do you know, it still is not available. And it's been almost 4 months. You know, it's been about 4 months since we've actually heard anything in terms of news. I remember reaching out to the Activision support Twitter page, and basically they told me to go fuck myself, you know. They give you those long, shitty answers that basically mean nothing. It just basically means just go fuck yourself. And, you know, Activision support are the most fucking useless Twitter account I've ever came across for any studio. They basically tell you to just go fuck yourself when you tell them about a problem. And yeah, so they didn't confirm it or deny it, you know, pussies that they are. But yeah, I doubt Black Ops 1 is going to be on backwards compatibility. It'd be cool if it was, but MW2, I hope it's not. Purely because of the fact that MW2, as good as a game it was, it's broken as fuck. And I'd hate to see it return broken or return made even worse. So honestly, I think it should just stay where it is, and maybe Infinity Ward produce a better fucking game than last time for next year. That would be a great start, you know? I'd be really excited if it's a good game. If it's something like COD Space Warfare that has been rumoured, oh dude, you may as well just fucking pack up and head over to Battlefield already. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. It's been a long career. In fact, wait a minute. Another thing I want to talk about right now. You're like, fuck, it's like a 7-minute video. But yeah, one thing I want to say right now, the reason why they're never going to make these games backwards compatible, I forgot, I never answered that. The reason why is because each year, Activision, fuck's sake, Activision make their game, and they released their yearly game, Black Ops 3 last year, and it'll be called 2016 next year, and it'll probably be Advanced Warfare 2 the following year. And honestly, they try and keep you playing that one game, which is why they added in stuff like supply drops to be purchased via COD points. It basically ramps up the retention rate, especially when you've got supply drops and weapons being added in there. You know, because if a weapon's in a supply drop, you've got more incentive to keep playing to earn that weapon for your supply drop. You know, so it basically keeps you playing as long as it takes. And I mean, if you earn the MX Grand on day one and realise how bad it is, then that's bad for them. But you know, they've made the odds so bad that it's almost impossible to earn them for any mere mortal. And basically that results in a kid playing the entire life cycle of the game, hoping that he's one day going to get one of these weapons, and then he either does on the last few weeks of the game being around, not saying that's fixed or anything, but either gets the weapon in the last few weeks, or he just doesn't get the weapon at all, and then he moves into the next game being all pissed off about the last one, and the cycle continues. They want you to keep purchasing DLC. You know, Call of Duty Ghosts had one of the worst retention rates in terms of players that continuously come on the game every single day. Ghosts, it wasn't long before everybody realised how terrible it was, and then it's such a convenience that they added in supply drops, a great way to keep player retention rate high. They added that in the year after retention rate dramatically dropped with Ghosts. That is no coincidence, I tell you right now. And basically, because when you're still playing that game, you're more entitled to play, well, you're more enticed to play the DLC, because your buddies are off buying the DLC, so then you go off and buy the DLC, and you keep buying it, and you keep adding in more money to Activision's pocket, and that's how it keeps going on. And then basically, they release their game the next year, and they hope you will buy all the content for that game as well, like a mindless sheep. But that's the reason why they're not going to have backwards compatibility in, because if you had the availability to buy Black Ops 1 for 20 quid and play that, or play the new game for 50 quid, they'd rather sell you Black Ops 3 than Black Ops 1 again for 20 quid. They'd rather sell you Black Ops 3 for 60 or 50 pounds because it makes them more money, and at the end of the day they're more likely to buy more DLC and sell you more supply drops because Black Ops 1 doesn't have supply drops. I think that's the reason why they're not going to make these games backwards compatible. Yes, you can call me a tinfoil hat wearing conspiracy theorist, but I think that is the main reason why we're never going to see backwards compatibility for MW2, Black Ops 1, or any of the old last gen Call of Duties. So yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed the video. It's been the Lone Courier, and I'll see you guys in the next one. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. I always do appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.